It's always good when the sun is on your shoulders, as Mr. Denver said. And my sense of orbiness is good. Began on that last run, decided that very subtle shifts in thinking and the way of thinking, but instead of pushing myself when you go up a hill and thinking, come on, you've got to do this, you've got to dig deep, you've got to still find a way of doing it. You're not too old, you're not too unfit, you're not too unhealthy, you're not too overweight. Keep going, and then you get to the top and go, oh, you did it. Instead of that, it's, look at you, you're running up a hill. This is fun, this is amazing. Isn't it amazing that you can do this? And celebrating my running, and that stems from that idea that was given, which was by someone else who was celebrating runners as they saw them. I've become my own supporter, and that's been the theme of the last few days, really. Finding ways to connect with my heart chakra and show myself some self-love, and now feeling a new term, self-care. I watched or listened to a wonderful Yoga Nidra, and it was all about self-love and self-care, and beautiful analogy of the lantern won't shine if you don't put fuel in it, and taking care of yourself and practicing in its many forms is putting fuel in the lantern. And developing a self-care routine it's not silly, it's not self-obsessed, it's caring and it's loving, and it's so the opposite of what I'm used to. I had thought of trying to think of how I did show myself self-care and self-love, and I was struggling to think of anything. I'm sure there must be things. It's like anything from memory. When you stop and think, you don't remember. But I thought, oh well, I moisturise, and I thought, well, that's a sign of self-care. But then I thought, I didn't do it from a sense of self-love. I did it because it was sort of maintenance, because otherwise things would look bad, things would look worse. Doing it to not look as bad, as opposed to taking care. So these days, last few days, I'm finding ways of caring, and I'm connecting that to my breathing, and I've done a breathing technique which I can't remember the name of, which involves breathing up through one nostril, down the other, and then reverting. And you can do it by closing your nose, or you can do it by imagining it. Whether or not it actually happens biologically, I don't think really matters. It's a case of feeling that the breath is coming up, drawing up, oh, there's a bee, and circulating in the hemispheres of left and right. And it's very soothing. And I think it's like all the breathing techniques, whilst you're doing it, if you focus on the technique, you aren't necessarily thinking, it is calming. Energy flows and time passes, and afterwards you stop and try to notice a difference. And if you notice a difference, then it was worthwhile. If it makes you feel something, or if it gives you a chance to observe something, then it's progress. And so I'm connecting my breathing out particularly to the phrase I love you, which I've been invited to do in the practice. Such a simple thing, seemingly first thought was, that's ridiculous, seemingly indulgent, seemingly, why would that do any good? But why not? And if you do it and it connects you to the moment, and you feel more peaceful, more at ease, more available, if that puts fuel in the lantern, then that's fantastic. And the other image that was given in this Yoga Nidra was of a rose crystal, and how you examine it, and it's both perfect but not perfect at the same time, because it's perfectly imperfect, and it gives us the opportunity to notice that we are both magnificent and a work in progress. We can be both at the same time too. We are unique, and that would be celebrated if it was seen in others, and why not celebrate it if it's seen in yourself? Why not see it in yourself? And rose crystals, as I then investigated and found, are a crystal associated with self-care and self-love and love and compassion. And I think I'd like to find one somewhere down the road, carry one, touch one, because why wouldn't you want to foster and encourage those things?